Okay, so this is gonna end up being my third video because now my phone is doing that weird ass storage shit that it used to do before where it coincidentally cuts my videos off. So this is gonna be the third video of the night. So this is where the tarot cards are gonna be pulled. Before we start, I'm gonna get the music starting. I do not own any of these songs. I do not have the rights to them. They are not mine. They're just random songs from my playlist. This playlist is soundtrack of my life. So the next song is going to be Depeche Mode, Personal Jesus. So I need some faith for this to actually work out so that we don't get cut off again. So back with the clove. Review the last video for the crystals I'm working with. Incense is still burning. Here's some more Florida water. So all the elements. Let's just go ahead. Because this energy though, and like I said, my masculine cat is still very active. I like to say a prayer during this time while I'm doing this too. Pray to my own personal Jesus, so to speak. 117 on the timer, instant manifestation. 7 is twin number for yourself and your personal growth. 1, 2, 3, ascending. So yeah, I'm very aware of numbers right now. Very audio, clairaudient as well. 133 on the timer, instant manifestations with your ascendant masters. So at this time, I call upon Archangel Michael, Archangel Raguel. I ask you for your protection. Serve out karmic justice to any beings or persons wishing to send any negativity my way. Let no weapons be formed against me spiritually or physically because they will never prosper. So, just cut it out. Grandpa Richard. Reach out and touch faith, y'all. 212. Palindromes. 2. Twin flame connections with others outside of yourself. 1. Instant manifestation. 222. See? So hopefully this is a good reading. Talks about people. Someone who cares. You know, these angels do. All right. What do you got for me in the collective tonight? Spirit, what is going on with this masculine energy? I want to talk right now. All right, there's the first one, budgeting. 4 of Pentacles energy. So let's see what else we got going on with that. Can you give me some more? There's one. And it was like this, so I'll read it both ways. That's how I like to do it. I need a little bit more than just 2. Come on now. That one wanted, these wanted to come out, so I'll take those. Oh, okay. We got, let me make some space here because I got a lot going on. Maybe just put these away. And thank you guys. Let me take this as a moment, you know, so I don't have stagnant air. You guys watching me just do random stuff. But thank you guys for returning and, you know, dealing with my technical issues and stuff. Like, it means a lot. So this one is the Tower. Ooh, quite. That's an interesting card to have that way because it's going to read both ways. So we have the 4 of Pentacles. We have the Tower reading for both ways. The Devil. 5 of Cups in reverse. That's great. Oh, 3 of Swords. That must be that karmic energy having to do with these Tower moments. And like I said, I have a tattoo, so I know all about that 3 of Swords energy. That is true Tower moment. So let's get into it, huh? Because these people look like they're going to need to reach down and touch faith. They're going to need it for sure. All right, the first card is, like I said, 4 of Pentacles. So budgeting, yes. Holding on to people, possessions, and issues. Deep-seated past issues. Hoarding, stinginess, control, possessiveness. So yeah, that's that karmic energy. So far this is a karmic read. Probably about the people that you had to let go and why this Tower stuff is coming up. And the Devil and the Three of Swords. This is definitely a read for the karmics. So we'll see if we come into it at some point in time, but it's starting out in karmic land. The ones that are repeating the cycle, the ones that did not make the portal, the ones that you need to leave. 525. Big changes. Soul connections. So Killing Me Softly with his song, The Fugees and Miss Lauryn Hill. Yeah. Killing you softly with a lot of words and no actions. 544, big changes in angels, helping you with those big changes. So holding on to people and possessions. I have issues, deep-seated issues from the past. They're hoarding something. They're stingy, probably hoarding money and hoarding their love and their affection for you because they're probably narcissists. They have control issues, possessiveness. So yeah, that is very karmic energy right there. On the flip side, financial stability, financial security, saving for big purchases or retirement. Greed is also back in there again for materialism and wealth. So on the empath side, like I said, we are trying to get into that 20-year cycle where we are making plans and decisions that will affect the rest of our lives, like into our retirement, like in a good way, you know. That's why we're working on those soul ties and those contracts, having those people that can help us get to the next level of our life that we want to be at. Have those connections that we don't got to worry or question about because we know that we're reciprocating. We want to see each other win. We want to help spread that God consciousness out there. So we don't have that stingy, hoardy, possessive energy, like that greed for materialism. We care about people and love and kindness and knowledge and community. Like the materialism, that's very karmic energy right there. Killing them softly with greed. So Tower, and the number at the top is 16, which singles down to 7, which, like I said, is a twin flame number for yourself and your personal growth. So maybe you need to grow from having this kind of behavior. Maybe that's a toxic behavior. And I'm not saying you, but it could be you. If you're not being real with yourself and you do have behavior like this, it's going to make you cycle. Or you could have people in your life like this. Don't catch on to their shit and try to intervene and take their bullshit on. Because their bullshit, they're in that Tower energy. 7, focus on yourself. 16 is... 16. Your words are magnetic affirmations that draw you to the very things you talk and think about. For this reason, the angels remind you to be aware of your words and thoughts. And that's, I preach that all the time. I preach that all the time. Like when you're saying things, you're literally spelling out energy with your words. Whatever you're thinking about is going to manifest itself into an action, and that action will become your reality. So, but these people over here that didn't budget for the future, did not heed and take warning or plan for anything, are in very chaotic energy right now. Destruction, sudden upheaval, trauma, unexpected change, disaster, loss, tragedy. They're having revelations right now. Super confused about what's going on because why is this happening to me? What did I do? This is everybody else's problem. I didn't do anything. I was just busy. I was just this. I was just that. No, not me. I'm not the problem. No self-evaluation. Very karmic indeed. But now maybe having some revelations about life, but still super confused because they don't want to admit to themselves that they might be the problem, especially if they are a narcissist. Good luck with that shit. It's not going to happen. 9:49. Get busy now, light workers. Even small steps with the angels. Please reflect that energy to them. They want to work with you. The world needs you. Get busy. 10:01. Reflecting energy. Instant manifestations for new beginnings now. So please, light workers, come on now. All this chaos happening in the background, all these tower moments, they might actually wake some people up that need some help to be brought to the light. They might start having revelations, self-awareness about themselves. Lead them through example. That's all I'm saying. Do not go back and fix that problem for them. Keep them at a distance. And be like, look, I can give you some advice, but that's all I got for you right now. And watch them. Tell them what your needs are. Communicate with them. If you choose to even let them into your life, this is Janet Jackson. That's the way love goes. And yes, that might be your situation. No, boo. If you're going to be in my life, this is the way my love goes. These are my standards. These are my conditions. And if you can't meet them, then hey, that's the way love goes. Bye. For real, very like, you know what your worth is at this point. 11:11, you're instantly manifesting relationships and things for you. You have options. This shit over here, no. That's not the way love goes anymore. Because that chaos, that destruction, that trauma that they didn't heal from, that's just going to delay you. And you've done the work. Let them do it and meet you where you are for a change. If they really care about you, they will. If they really care about themselves, they will. They can't care about you until they care about themselves, you know? That's the thing. You can't expect to love someone else until you love yourself. Some of these people may be dealing with a lot of pain, going through divorce, coming from abusive situations, maybe childhood abuse or, you know, current abuse as in domestic violence and things like that. Violence just came up too. Abuse, violence, bankruptcy. There are people, like I said, I keep repeating it. There are people that are going to be, what did I do with that card? Going to prison, going to jail, and that could have something to do with forging documents possibly. Maybe having to go bankrupt or something to save face because they have been laundering or stealing money or some shit like that. Who knows? There's so much deep-seated stuff happening that is hopefully now being brought to light because we are all starting to wonder and ask questions. No more sticking our heads in the sand, trying to silence me. How dare she motivate people? How dare she inspire people to seek out truth, even if it's not her truth? Yeah, that's the way my love goes. Inspiring people to be better versions of themselves through seeking their own personal truth and living in their own authenticity. So if that's you and I inspire you in any way, shape, or form, thank you. Seriously. Our love is reciprocal at this time. So yeah, some of these people, their tower moments are going to be because they're over there stealing, lying, doing all kinds of deep shit. So they might be going through bankruptcy, had natural disasters happening. And there's been a lot of that going on in this last year. If you know, you know. Lots of natural disasters, big natural disasters, especially over here in the Carolinas and stuff. Collapse of an old way of life, shattering false beliefs. So yeah, a lot of people's entire lives, they are having a life quake. Their entire lives are being shaken up. Like I said, divorce, bankruptcy. They are losing their jobs. They are losing their families. Sometimes they're losing their health. And the reading before was like, this is not a good time for family get-togethers. Like, this might be one of those moments where some people with some very outdated beliefs, some very outdated beliefs, some very outdated beliefs. Because it's happening right in my backyard in Roanoke, Virginia. We got some alt-right shit creeping out from underneath the rocks, slithering out. They feel like they have permission now to come out. This is Prince, Purple Rain. Such a pretty song. Such a pretty song. If you know, you know. If you don't know Prince and Purple Rain, please go educate yourself. One of the best songs, and he is one of the best musicians, singers, songwriters out there. Agree to disagree if you don't agree. Just want to get my lighter out. But yeah, man, this tower energy over here, some beliefs about to get shattered. Might have to give up some old belief systems because the rest of the world is over here wanting to be in that divine feminine energy. Tired of this shit right here. So you might have to get rid of the 1950s husband, dominant father shit from the past. Like that, the world is changing. And that old belief system needs to change too. So, and I'll read it the flip way, because remember it was like that. Resisting change, averting disaster, avoiding tragedy, delaying the inevitable, avoiding loss, time to pick up the pieces and start new. So yeah, these are either you may have just had a tower moment and had to have one of those self-reflection moments where you're like, how the hell did I get here? Because I definitely had that. When I had my tower moment, whoa. Oh, those hands though. Those hands though. Anyway, when I had my tower moment, and I just was like at the bottom, didn't want to work on life anymore. Just really wanted to desperately give up on myself and just stop the thoughts, stop myself from feeling that way any way I could. 1707. Reflecting energy, instantly manifestation for yourself, new beginnings. So yeah, I was very resistant to change. One, because I didn't know how to at that point in time. Very delayed. And I had to pick up the pieces and start new, you know? That's where the this too shall pass came from. Like, that's the believing in something better, collecting the small pieces. And I always like to equate it to like two different things, like either stained glass windows, like they're just a bunch of different shards of different colors of glass, but they're put back together in a way that creates a beautiful picture, you know? Come back in a beautiful way to create a beautiful picture. And then there's also this art, I think it's a Chinese art, where like they have china, like dishes, and they basically weld them or meld them back together with gold. They take the cracks and they put gold into it and basically fix it and bring it back in a beautiful way. It's artwork and it still works. So that is also a very divine feminine energy, creativity, coming back in beautiful ways, bringing art into life. It's very necessary right now. All right, so maybe you just had a tower moment or something like that. Maybe you had a Purple Rain moment. Because I'm going to tell you, if you ever saw the movie, you know at the end of the movie when Prince is out there singing this song, he finally, and his band, finally got that song that makes everybody in the nightclub just be like, damn, that boy talented. That boy talented. Like that moment. He had his tower moment in that movie. For sure. If you know, you know. He had his tower moment in that movie. He had to humble himself a lot. From a situation with a girl. From a situation with his bandmates. He was dealing with childhood trauma with his parents. All of that. Prince was living the tower moments. And until he had his tower moment and he had this Purple Rain moment at the end of the movie, nothing changed. Nothing changed. But this next card is the Devil. 15. Singles down to 6. And like I said, 6 has to do with like not worrying about material things or money. Just kind of letting it go and letting the angels handle how it's going to be. And I'll read it for you for sure. 6, don't worry or obsess about material items, including money. Worry lowers the effectiveness of your prayers. Fortunately, the angels can answer your prayers if you ask them to. And 15, as you go through changes in your life, stay positive. Your optimistic thoughts help you manifest the best outcomes with respect to these changes. But these people over here in karmic land, because that's what we're reading about over here, these very toxic masculine energy beings, 2020, they're repeating cycles. 2, twin flame connection, soul ties. 0, new beginnings, repeating cycles. So they're repeating cycles. Probably they found new sources of energy, new victims to leech off of and mirror for the time being. But that shit is going to catch up to them. They're going to burn too many bridges. There's going to be too much karma happening. And then that's when those tower moments are going to happen, if they're not already happening. Because they are very much in that devil energy over here, that sneaky, conniving ass energy. That energy where they're possessive of people, haven't healed from their past issues, they're stingy, controlling, greedy as hell, materialistic as hell, they're abusive, they're violent, delusional because they have false beliefs about themselves and probably others, super resistant and change, so stubborn. They avoid tragedy by just dismissing reality and moving on to the next person, to not deal with their own shit, so they compartmentalize everything and pretend like nothing ever happened. Like I said, delaying the inevitable. They have not learned. They have not picked up the pieces, and so they're sitting over here in this energy, this devil-ass energy. No. Use too many people. Too many people are just like, nah, you're not going to manipulate me. I'm not going to be your puppet. I see right through your ass. 2202. Their connections, their like support system of people are probably trying to, like, not trying, but they should be trying. They're probably starting to see this. They're probably starting to see them for the little demons that they really are. The mask probably has slipped a few times, 2222, and their soul tie connections are no longer chained to them like these ones on the bottom. They're like, nah, we're not doing this. This energy has an addictive personality. They may be suffering with depression or have some type of mental illness. And probably mental illness that they have not sought help for, or probably refuse to even acknowledge that they have in the first place. And they probably have addiction because they're self-medicating themselves. They're probably drinking a lot. Maybe they're popping pills, doing some type of drug to avert themselves from reality instead of doing the work. They're self-medicating themselves. Instead of going to get the help from professionals, having the self-reflection, healing from the wounds, they're in depressive states and they are self-medicating themselves. Ego secrecy. Yeah, they had a big-ass ego. And they try to act like they don't. That's where the secrecy comes from. They try to, like, mirror empaths. Like I've mentioned in the past, empaths and narcissists are two sides of the same coin. And I don't have a coin here, but I can use this. So basically, like, if this was a coin and you were presenting it to someone, you could only see really one side or the other at the same time, or the cusp and part of one side. But you're not going to simultaneously see both sides. So narcissists will mirror empaths because our behaviors and the things that we have been through are similar, but empaths chose to go a different path. So we had different forks in the road. They chose to go the narcissistic route where they blamed everybody else for what was going on. They didn't have any self-reflection. They never put themselves in anybody else's shoes. It was always they were either the victim or the hero in every situation. The empaths were like, damn, I know how that shit feels. And you started caring for everybody more. Two sides of the same coin, handling similar circumstances in different ways. Now, there are people that are on the cusp. Maybe you're one of the people that are on the cusp right now and you're questioning things. 2444. Talk to angels. That's what they're there for. Build on that relationship. question everything. Question me, please. Like I said, I love to learn. I'm also a person that likes healthy discussion and or debate. Like, as long as we can be respectful, sure, ask me questions. If you don't agree with me, tell me why you don't. Enlighten me. I don't know everything, and I can admit that. Okay, the next energy is going to be, did I finish that devil energy? No. Okay. Ego, secrecy, obsession, cheating. Yeah, obsession, because some of you guys got some people in your background on your Facebooks and your social media, maybe even in your real life, driving past your house and wondering what you're doing at your job and shit. Like, they are all up in the background, like, why you so obsessed with me energy? Like, why you so obsessed with me? Like, you don't want to be with me. You wanted to cause all these issues, but now you want to be in my energy because I'm doing shit. I'm doing it without you. I'm doing the best I ever did. I'm doing the best that I can. Go away. We're doing the best we ever did. We're doing the best that we can. Go the fuck away. Go on over there and have that heartache that you about to have. Like, bang, go have that tower moment. No. Deal with your addiction. Deal with your depression. Deal with your obsession. Some of them have been cheaters, super dependent, created a codependent relationship to where they were either dependent on you or you felt like you were dependent on them. Probably because some of you guys were dealing with some possessive-ass people that created a dynamic like that. Like, how dare you have friends and family? No, me, and alienated you away from people, because narcissists do that shit too. That's how they condition you. That's how they get you alone. It's abuse. It's fucking abuse. Bondage, yes. Bondage tied to that relationship. Like I said, they're in very materialistic, like, ego states of mind, because they even see you as an object. They don't see you as a relationship. Their love is conditional based on what they can get from you and what you can do for them and how you're behaving for them at that point in time. Notice how I said behaving, because they want you to behave. They want to keep you in check, and when you don't get in check, this is public enemy, fight the power. When you get in that fight the power energy, that public energy, like, nope, no. When you get in that energy, they don't fuck with you no more. Bondage, materialism, sexuality, yeah, because these people, a lot of these people are in that Jezebel-ass energy. And when I say that, I mean they are out in them streets with any and everybody, just trying to get that fix. In some ways, just sleeping with any and everybody because they want that rush, that validation. That Jezebel-ass spirit, because they feel powerless. They feel inadequate, so they need that fix, that rush, you know, that validation. But in reality, they feel powerless to their own choices and decisions. They feel hopeless, hence the depression. Maybe they too came from abusive situations, or they could have been the person that was the abuser. Sometimes hurt people. Instead of dealing with their childhood trauma, they just cycle it and do it to somebody else. That's why a lot of people end up being bullies, because they were bullied, so they don't want to be bullied, so they become the bully. Violence, again, assault, like I said, could be physically assault, or they're coming from that kind of background, which is making them think it's okay to deal with their issues like that instead of resolving them in a healthy way by getting the help that they should be getting. Where's the one that was talking about, or was I just talking about it? I guess I was just talking about it. Like, going to get therapy, going to get help, like to really help yourself out, to let go of this stuff so you don't repeat the cycle. Just because it was done to you by somebody that you were supposed to trust, like a family member, does not mean that you going past that shit down. That is generational trauma. And that's why a lot of us have been exposed to it, because our parents did not deal with it from whoever was doing it to them before. Because it's always been just down to the generations, down through the centuries, up until this point in time. Especially for women, it's always just been a shh, shh, shh. keep it in the house. Don't take it out in public. Don't let everybody know what we do in secret type shit. And that's ridiculous that here we are in 2024 and we're still dealing with that kind of stuff. Just ridiculous. When you think about it though, women haven't even had any type of rights or anything but for like the last 60 years. 60 years, yo. Out of all the whole grand scheme of everything, especially in America, 60 years for women. Less than that for people of color. Like, come on now. Fight the power. This is ridiculous. We got this shit trying to slide backwards and it ain't even been a century. Like, can we... Women, can we? Light masculines, can we? Get rid of this fucking toxic ass shit. Like, whatever we gotta do, I'm not saying that we need to get out there and, you know, be Malcolm X in this shit like Black Panther in it, but, you know, stay ready so you ain't gotta get ready. Pay attention. Fight the power, because these people over here are in that devil ass energy. They're finding it hard to let go, the power of negative thinking. Now, come on, think about how the last 4 years has been. And I'm not, like, trying to get too political because I can't understand why some people decided to go that direction. And that's just me just trying to find a commonality. I know not everybody that voted for that guy over there holds, like, any type of, like, necessarily racist or homophobic views. But... there are a population of them that do. And that's where it has to be like, okay, maybe you did vote for this person, but did you vote for these people to get out into this world and act like that? Did you vote for this happening again? Do you want this to cycle again? Did you vote for this? Does this make you happy? Is this what you want America to become? Because that's what it's going to become if this shit is not checked. This is why that mama bear energy is out. That elephant pride energy is out. Like, no. Because even in the elephant community, the females herd together and protect the pack. The males are out there by themselves. Same in the Lion Kingdom. The females hold it down. Males out there by themselves. Bears, same. Madonna, Frozen. You're frozen when your heart's not open. You're so consumed with how much you get. You waste your time with hate and regret, sorry. You're broken when your heart's not open. That's this shit. They're frozen as hell. Hearts frozen as hell. Don't even give a shit about people. And that could be because they got hurt. Like I said, hurt people hurt people. If we could melt your heart, then maybe the world would be a better damn place. But like I said, at this point, they're going to have them tower moments to see what it feels like. And you're just going to have to lead through example. And hopefully they'll get it. Because right now, there's 5 of Cups energy in reverse, which means moving forward, moving on, accepting help, healing, forgiveness, rejoining the world. So for us, yeah, we're moving forward, we're moving on. We have accepted the help. The only way that they're going to be able to get over these tower moments, like I said, is they're going to have to accept the help from other people, which means acknowledging themselves. Like when you go to AA or NA, 3335, that's Ascended Masters and Big Change. Maybe build on a spiritual relationship. A lot of people do that. When they are recovering from a like tower moment in their lives, they lean on their religion heavily. Me, I did. Alcoholics Anonymous usually have some type of spirituality that happens. Same with Narcotics Anonymous. Like usually, and people that are in prison. Why you think so many brothers come out of the system and all of a sudden they want to talk to you about Allah and shit? Because they've been up in there reading the Bible, building on their spiritual connection and shit. But then they get back into society and get back into their old patterns of behavior around their old crew and shit. And then they cycle back in behavior and rinse and fucking repeat. But the ones that were in there and really took that knowledge, and then when they got back out in those streets, they exposed themselves to different people. And if they did expose themselves to the crowd they used to be in, they had at that point healed themselves to then be able to become shadow workers and then go back into the community and pull other brothers out and bring them out. Rinse and repeat. That's basically all a shadow worker is. Someone that can resonate with someone that's been through something hard, that can go and meet them where they're at, teach them something and be like, hey, this is what I did, bring them out. A candle, lighting a candle, lighting a candle, lighting a candle. That's all it is. When you like just break it down, that's all it is. Me learning something, passing it on to you, you passing it on to somebody, and so on and so on. It's kind of like when you think about how cats and rabbits breed. Like, 2 cats and 2 rabbits, like within a couple of breeding seasons, have like, and then you imagine each set from what they have, and that's how population gets so big and out of control. Speaking of which, deer, I saw them today. I saw a lot of them today. I should have looked that up, but I know for sure it means stop and taking the beauty of things. Deer are super highly alert as well. Like, I mean, yes, people hunt them, but they usually are very in tune with sound and shit. That's why they just dart out. Also, same deer. They usually, the females, and that's what I saw today, was females and the babies, the fawns and the does. Well, does and fawns. Because usually the bucks don't hang around. They do when they're young bucks, but when they become big bucks, like Bambi bucks, they're out there by themselves, you know? So this reverse 5 of Cups energy, moving forward, moving on, accepting help, healing, forgiveness, rejoining the world. So maybe once they, you know, have these tower moments, because we're already here. That's why we're able to be shadow workers or light workers or whatever, you know, like we're here. We did the healing. That's why we're moving on to the next step. We're taking the cloak off. Kind of like, you know, Dracula, if he was a bat, like get ready to just drop down and open the cape and fly away, you know? We've had the tower moments. Let them have the tower moment too, so they can learn to accept help, so they can heal for themselves, maybe forgive themselves, and then rejoin the world as a new, better version. Because right now, what they're going to be dealing with is a lot of pain. 3 of Swords energy, no. Heartbreak, betrayal, loneliness, removal, absence, division, depression, separation, sadness, heartache, unhappiness, upheaval, grief, sorrow, upset, disorder, confusion, alienation, loss, distraction, ill health, conflict, and disillusion. Yes. The 3 of Swords energy sucks. 37. Yes, repeating cycles. And if you are, or they are repeating cycles, they are about to be all up in this fucking energy, and it sucks. Hard fucking core. And yes, I'm using all the language because, like I said, I've been there. And it is not a fucking picnic. It is not a beautiful life. This is Ace of Base, a beautiful life. It is not a fucking beautiful life. When you hit them tower moments, I'm going to show you what kind of life it is. It's this dark, underwater Atlantis shit down here. Barely hanging on. Barely growing at all. What else? What's that other card? I know it's sitting here. I remember seeing it. In that lower world shit. It is not a beautiful life. Yeah, when you're in that kind of energy, you ain't doing nothing that you want to do. You are not in this beautiful life energy. Let me get a couple of more cards to pull real quick, because I'm actually a little bit ahead of time, which is surprising. And this is some good energy. So, can we get some cards for the collective, please? Nope. Okay. Making investments, yes, things come to fruition. Hard work paying off, harvest, rewards, profits, results, payouts. Did you see the lights flicker? Payouts, manifest, voice crackling too. That's excitement. That's excitement. Manifestation of ideas or goals, inheritance, cultivation, growing, Gestation, nurturing, perseverance, patience, and planning. Yes! That divine feminine energy. I'm telling you, when you're in that divine feminine energy, you are in that high priestess energy. And when you are in that high priestess energy, you are not waiting around on other people. You are just there doing your thing. And you're like, okay, whatever it comes to me, it comes to me. I expect that it's going to happen. That's what that shit is. That divine feminine energy right there. Making investments. Things are happening, man. Fruition. Because your hard work that you've been doing also means your internal work and your healing is paying off. You are legitimately becoming a new person. You're reaping harvest. And we are in autumn. And that is the time of harvest. So rewards, like I said, you're probably going to start maybe getting some type of recognition, profit, abundance, maybe in a material way like money. Like manifestation of ideas, and that may come into play with your soul tie connections, meaning like agreements with business partners and starting collaborations and things of that sort. Nurturing spirit, man. We need that nurturing spirit for this beautiful life, man. Yes. Let me see, because this was the card we had from the other reading. Being called, that starseed energy. Soul, gifts, and training. It's time to step up. It is time to step up. I don't even want to deal with that right now. I'm so excited. Let me just pull an angel number message card instead. I feel like I got what I wanted from the tarot. I don't feel the need to want to pull from that again. So can I get an angel number card, please, angels, to end this out on, to help the collective, a little bit of advice. We know what the karmics are up to. We know what is in store for the collective. Just a little additional help, please, and thank you. All right, well, this is what I got on the bottom. 7, I am brilliant. You possess a very refined mind and a deep urge to uncover life's mysteries. Your ability to acquire vast knowledge on both the informational and spiritual planes gives you a greater awareness than most. I am brilliant. 7. And I told you that was the number that kept popping up a lot, especially with the palindromes. Like, you are brilliant, especially if you are starting to seek out new information. If you've been here, thank you. You obviously are. But yeah, you're starting to have a greater awareness for yourself. Maybe for your spirituality and the greater vastness of everything. You're brilliant. You are alchemizing things. So I hope that that helped you guys out. Okay. I'll take this one too since it just happened. 33. Ooh, yeah, that high-pitched voice coming in, that excitement. I'm expanding. 3-3, and 3 is also Ascendant Masters. Any positive changes or projects you are considering right now will be worth your while. Expect that your power to manifest and create will be heightened. I am expanding, and that's just to go with everything else that I just was talking about with making investments. So I'm just going to go ahead and end it on that. This, by the way, is Stone Temple Pilots Creek. I'm half the man I used to be. Yeah, that's that karmic energy. That's the karmics. Don't even worry about it. Let them have them tower moments. Let them have them tower moments. Let them hang out over there in that devil-ass Jezebel spirit they got going on. You drop down like Batman, like Dracula, and fly your ass away from all this heartache. Let them sit over there in the misery. Let them sit over there, and you come on over here to your garden and everything you've been working on and planning. Look, it looks so pretty, right? Look at that garden, man. I'm so proud of it. I'm so proud of you guys, like for real. Work on yourself, but also work on your relationships with your spirit team. They are here for you, baby. I am so excited for you guys. 4404 Angels, New Beginnings. So I'm going to go ahead and end it with that. I say love and light. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your Saturday or weekend. I don't know if I'll be back tomorrow. Maybe, but I've enjoyed doing this. And for the ones of you guys that have been here and doing this, new followers, everything, like I said, attitude of gratitude. I'm gonna keep on telling you, I don't even care how many people I ever get. I love to thank people, so I'm always gonna tell you thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So I hope you guys have a fantastic night, a fantastic rest of your weekend. I hope you got what you needed from the reading. As always, 4444. Angels, as always, take what resonates and leave the rest. I love you guys. Until next time.